It's not a great situation for anybody, when you hear any instance of corruption, from any quarter. Corruption is the biggest disease. And every government would have realized that, their focus has always been on the armed forces. Because we are not a country which is only surrounded by two countries, from north or south, like America. We are a country which is surrounded from three sides or four sides.
Correct.
Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Talking about Aiyaary for that matter, you also have this entire defense deals, because from what I understand, there's first of all the Aiyaary, the idea itself is very interesting because you keep on changing your आपके बहुत से disguises हैं, you keep on camouflaging, and that thing is there. But the entire defense deals idea, we've had like a Bofors in the past, and these days they talk about Rafale scam. I don't know how credible it is or not, but it is there in the public purview as well. So this entire dialogue of Kumud Mishra that taxpayer ka paisa hai, tumhe kya problem hai? Does that hit you? Does that make you angry? And there are people who use that.
No matter who is in the government, no matter who is in power, no matter who is handling what department, it pinches and pains each and every citizen of this country, whether they are taxpayers or they are not a taxpayer. If they are taxpayer, they feel really bad that their money is not being used properly. And if they are not a taxpayer, they are a poor person. He feels really pain that the money where it should be used, it is not being used properly, and from generations they are still working in the field, and they are not going to leave anything really comfortable for their children. So it's not a great situation for anybody, when you hear any instance of corruption, from any quarter. Corruption is the biggest disease that any country can have.
Right, and that too, especially when you're talking about the armed forces, and which is unfortunate that soldiers, especially down the run, they're the ones who get killed. They are not maybe get the same amount of good facilities that what they deserve, especially in the trying circumstances that they work in. And there are people who are actually just playing with the sentiments in the name of deals which are just making them rich, but the country is going nowhere with that.
You know what? I don't know the inner details of it. I'm as naive as you are. Because we are all civilians, as the army men put it. But the Jaisalmer border we went to. I have been there twice. This was second time. It was our promotional visit, and BSF has invited us. We spent around 2 days. One day at the headquarters in Jaisalmer, and one day at the border. Throughout, from morning till the late evening, we were there. And the facilities, what I have seen long back, has only increased and become quite better. And it's also an international border. So on international border, the threats are not so intense, from the neighboring country. But on the line of control situation is a very volatile area. There, people are all the army men's camps and the arrangements. It has to be makeshift. And then they live in that kind of a condition.
Right.
And each and every government would have realized that their focus has always been on the armed forces. Because we are not a country which is only surrounded by two countries, from north or south, like America. We are a country which is surrounded from three sides or four sides.
Correct.
Okay, and our relationship with each and every country is like a hot and cold all the time. Okay? Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not so good. So our armed forces are the only forces which have to be alert 24/7. Whether they are deployed in Manipur or Doklam or say Leh Ladakh or line of control Jammu Kashmir, or say Gujarat or Thar area and Jaisalmer. Okay?
And eastern areas as well.
Eastern area, and the southern area is Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
And our relationship with Sri Lanka is also blow hot and blow cold kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
You know, so our navy, our our air forces, our armed forces are the forces. You know, they've always demanded attention from all the central governments, and all the central governments' the focus have always been the welfare of the armed forces or the navy or the air forces. These are the people, they deserve your attention.
Right.
This is Manoj Bajpayee, and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.